So I would definitely say that manifesting works because in my last video I said, pray for me guys that I get a new apartment, and here we are in my new apartment. I'm excited. Oh my god. Um it's been 2 weeks since I posted that video, and I made that video like a week and a half prior. Because I've been in, wait, it must be longer than that now, because I posted that video when I knew I had the apartment. So the past 2 weeks of me settling in has been an absolute nightmare. I'm not even gonna lie to you, it's been a nightmare. Like getting everything here, getting everything cleaned, getting everything put away, getting stuff built. Nightmare. Absolute nightmare. But it's fine because now I'm here and I'm in my apartment and I'm settled and I'm happy. All I have left to buy is a TV and some lamps for the living room because there's no big light in the living room, but who likes a big light anyway? So I'll go through each room and talk about what happened to achieve said beauty. Let's do a tour first and then I'll talk through it all. Okay, so we walk in the door. Here's the door. And then we have the mirror. Here's me. Hi everyone. Then we're in the living room. So here's my couch, which I'll talk about. Oh my god, there's me again. Hi. There's my couch, which we will discuss in a minute. My coffee table, and then we have a lamp, Stanley, of course. Nice little cauldron and witchy book. Very cute. Then we have my, oh my god. I've died. I've just died. That was really sore. Then we have my dresser. We have my Wi-Fi and then my two pumpkins, which because it's still light outside, you can't really tell they're lit, but they are. I'm gonna get a TV for here, for up here. So I have this box. This box I picked out in Jisk, and then Megan said she'd buy it as my, what's it called? My housewarming present. And this blanket is from Megan and Brie. So Megan and Brie made a hamper for me, which was adorable. The box, the blanket, this candle over here, candle warmer, which is so cool. Then lots of soaps, some incense, a tarot game, a photo frame to put a photo of us in, but the only photo that we have together I don't currently like, so we'll need to get a new one. And yeah, it was just very cute and I wanted to cry because, yeah. Anyway, my blinds, which we'll talk about, my dining room table and chairs, the bin, the most important part. Okay, so into the kitchen. I've actually done this the wrong way. Okay, because the light is that way. Oh no, I could go back. Let's go back. So, this is my kitchen. There's Taylor Swift. Hey, bestie. So, I have my sink over there, loads of cupboards, my cooker. Oh, look at this. How cute is that? My fridge. I'll just show you inside. This is the fridge. Apple blackcurrant, Pyrenees, Iron Brew, Scottish chocolate. What more do you need? Honestly. My Brita. I'm now obsessed with the Brita. My most irrational fear is my Brita being empty. If you know, you know. We inside joke. Then I've got Archie, my gorgeous boy. I have night lights everywhere of unicorns. How cute is that? A wee thing for my keys. Then let's go through here. Okay, this is my bathroom. It's very pink. Loads of pink. Pink. Here's me again. Hi guys. There's another unicorn. Beautiful. Here's me. Here's me at the bike this time. And then this is just a like linen cupboard. The bedroom. Here's my bedroom, everyone. How cute is that bedding? I got it off Amazon. Then my laundry hamper, thing, and it's from IKEA. It was on sale. And my bedside tables from Jisk. I have this very nice throw. Don't know if you noticed the cream one in the living room. Both are from Indigo. Curtains. We have shoe rack. Can you believe that apart from the Hokas there, I moved with all of these shoes. Oh, and these ones. My mum brought me them in my wardrobe. So yeah, and Archie, my favorite boy. He's with me always. Thank you, Taylor. Then I got a moose from Mark and Val when I moved here, which is very cute, and my projector, which projects onto said wall. Oh, and my wardrobe. My wardrobe's quite big actually. Like I've got two suitcases, two garden chairs from Megan and Brie, and like stuff up there. Loads of space. Okay, I'll start with the bathroom because that wasn't really that much to do. I got the pink shower curtain from IKEA. I got the bath sheets from Jisk. I got the towel, the what's it called? The thing you step on when you come out the shower. Get that thing, the towel for the floor from IKEA. I got my pink toothbrush from Shoppers. Megan deep cleaned the bathroom when we got here. She actually cleaned everywhere. She was a bit stressed that I was just going to start putting stuff in. And I was like, yeah, but I'll be putting stuff in and then I'll make everything messy and I'll need to clean anyway. And then when she cleaned, she said, that water was kind of black. So I'm glad I cleaned that. And I was like, I'm glad you cleaned that too. So that was fun. But that was the room that I got ready first because it was pretty easy. It's good. Okay, I'll go on to my bedroom next. I got the bed. The bed is from IKEA. Shout out to Brie for giving me the free bed. I got the mattress also from IKEA. The bedding's from Amazon. It's so cute. And then I've got a tulip one as well. So I'm switching them week by week. I'll probably get some Christmas bedding when the time comes. Because I don't have any of my Christmas bedding from back home. Disaster. Absolute outrage, I know. But oh well. The bedside tables are from Jisk. They to set up. Mm, so we went out for Megan's birthday to a Thai Cats game, and the next day, me and Megan, because Brie was doing a work thing, me and Megan came here and we're setting everything up. And by the time we started building these bedside tables, it was like 11 at night, and you could tell there was no proper holes. Do you know how when you build an IKEA, you like put the stuff in the holes, you follow the instructions, screw it in, all this nonsense. It's the same for Jisk, except the holes for the screws are not holes. They're like marks. And I was like, what the hell am I supposed to do? Can't drill into it at this time at night. Megan managed to do hers. I have no idea how. I have not a clue. She managed to build hers. I abandoned mine because I couldn't be dealing with it. Actually, like it sat there for like a week until Mark built it for me, and he got three injuries: one in his head, one in his finger, and one in his arm. And I was like, "You're a contractor. Why is this happening to you?" It would have killed me, apparently. So yeah, the throws are this one here, and the grey one in my room are from Indigo. And my washing basket is from IKEA, and it is on wheels, so that's good because my washing, like the washing machine, tumble dryer, are right at the opposite end of my landing, so that's good that I can just wheel it down. Oh, the shoe rack is also from Jisk. On the Saturday that I moved in on the Friday, but on the Saturday when I was with Megan, I kind of just got to the point where was, we had been to Costco, we had been to, I don't know where else we'd been to. We'd been to like three shops, and I walked into Jisk, and I went, okay, I'm sick of shopping. I picked the coffee table, I picked the dining room table, the chairs, the bedside tables, and the shoe rack at Jisk, and I was just like, that's that's it. Like, I'm not shopping anymore. Point of annoyance for me recently has been TD with their card limits, because that specific transaction I had spent too much money that day, so I had to split it over two cards, which was ideal. Just a good thing I've got my Revolut card and not just my TD one here. I could obviously use my Bank of Scotland card, but it would charge me conversion. So yeah. Also, I didn't even mention, do you like my jumper? Let me show you the back. Can you see it? How cute is that? Romanticy Book Fest. It's from Indigo. Oh, I'm all kerfuffled. Hang on. Hang on. I need to get photo ready. That'll do. Where was I? Just checking my list, guys, my handy list. I got my hair cut today and I got layers and they're already annoying me. Yeah, I was in a bad mood today and I went and bought a MacBook and got my hair cut and layered and got my eyebrows laminated for free. Not the haircut, just the lamination because they were practicing. How do they look? Yeah, I think they look nice. I also did a workout this morning. I done my glutes and hamstrings day, which I've not done in 6 weeks. But I ordered a new hip thrust pad and I tried it out and it's still really sore. Like, PSA to Brooke, see when you do come over here, or Nicola, when you do come over here, I'm gonna need you to bring my barbell pad because I miss it. This one is not as thick and it's not as long and it's still sore, but it's bigger than the normal ones in the gym. Anyway, I enjoyed my workout. Yeah, I woke up in a bad mood this morning. I'm not even gonna lie, guys, I had a bit of a cry. I was just feeling not myself. I was just feeling like everyone hates me. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. That, like Hannah Montana, she was really getting me through it. But then I went to the gym. I went and bought a new computer for my editing, and I got my hair cut, and I got my eyebrows laminated, and now I feel better. So when you're sad, just spend money, and you'll be fine. And go to the gym. Um, that was completely off topic. Wi-Fi. Let's talk about Wi-Fi. Originally, Jackie, the like manager person for the building, was like, so it's either Bill or Kojiko. And do you know what I said? I said, I don't think so. I went to Rogers. I went to Rogers. See, saying it now, it's like so stupid. But because I was like so stressed, like for the past 2.5 weeks, I've been so stressed. I've been thinking about 10 different things at once. So I went to Rogers because that's who my phone SIM is through, and they gave me a portable Wi Fi thing and it didn't work. And then I went to Bell and then they arranged to set it up. The guy came out and fitted it and then it didn't work. And then I lost the plot and went into Bell and was like, take this back. And the guy was like, you need to phone them and cancel it. And I was like, no. I was like, you can take it. You're here. You're a physical store. And then the girl that set it up was like, Nicole, why are you back so soon? And I was like, gal, this isn't working for me. And she was like, let's switch out the modem. Let's get you a new one. Try that. And then otherwise you can cancel it. And it worked perfectly. See, men just don't know how to critical think. That gal walked in, I think she's about the same age as me, walked up to me and was like, I know exactly what it is. Let's get that sorted. So now I have Wi Fi, which is ideal. Let's talk about my curtains. So, where to begin? I do have a list. Me and Megan on this Saturday of too much shopping went to Second Chance Decor, which is like a second-hand shop half an hour away from where I am just now, and we looked at so many pairs of curtains. We bought some, brought them here, and Mark came and fitted the ones in my bedroom, came to fit the ones in the living room, and went, "These are too short." And I was like, "That's ideal." So I have a bag of curtains to be donated. Anyway, we got the poles from Jisk. Turns out it was the wrong type of poles as well, but we managed to return them, so that was fine. That was sorted. Then let's have a look at my notes, my trusty notes. Costco's ones were too long. Fabricland didn't have any that I liked, but they did have the curtain poles. So I got the curtain poles from, or is it a store next to Fabricland? That doesn't really matter. Got the poles from a shop. It was like, that's ideal. So here's my Karen moment number one, because there's multiple. Actually, it's number two, because I went in and moaned about the Wi Fi. I went to Linen Chest. Now, everyone back home are like, "What's Linen Chest, Nicole?" Let me tell you, Linen Chest is like a bougie homeware shop. They, they sell smegs. That just gives you a wee idea of how expensive. So I goes in there because I can't find curtains anywhere to save myself that are the right size. Because I have big windows in here. That big window that goes onto my balcony with the door, massive. It's like 82 inches or something. So I goes into Linen Chest and I finds some curtains, and I'm like, thank the Lord, because I've been looking for curtains for ages. I had them in my bedroom, so that was what I was worried about. I got them put in the day I moved in, and that was fine, but I needed some for my living room because it's been really, really warm here, even though it's October, and I need the curtains closed so that I can breathe. So I goes in, I find some curtains that I like, and I buy them. Spent $200 on curtains. Yep, that was fun. And then came back. Mark came over to fit them, and too short. Measured them, they were 81 inches, and I was like, that's false advertising and a defective product because it says 84 inches and they're 81. So I took them back, and I was like, hi, these are actually wrong. So I'm gonna need like help. I've said in the car on the way there, I was like, I could just get the 95s and hem them myself. And by hem them, I mean use Victoria's fabric scissors and cut them and just leave them like that. Um, so I took them back and I was like, hi, these are too short. They say 84 on the pack, which is incorrect. They're actually 81 inches. And they were like, well, have you measured all of them? And I was like, no, because they're all the same. Why would I measure them all? There were 6 panels. So I says to them, I was like, if you can give me the 95s, I don't mind hemming them myself, but I'm not paying extra for the 95 inches because you've advertised this one is 84 and that is incorrect. So it's not my fault as the consumer. I was really nice about it to begin with, but I got really angry the longer this went on. I was like, I am the consumer, and I purchased 84-inch curtains and I don't have them. And if I can take the 95s, I will, but I'm not paying more. And she was like, well, 95s cost more. And I was like, yeah, but you've sold me 84-inch curtains that aren't 84 inches. So anyway, I goes and I find some new curtains that were 84 inches, and they were $20 per panel more expensive, which I had 6 panels. And I was like, no, I'm not paying that much money. That's $120 extra on top of that. I'm not paying that. And the woman was like, I can give you a 10% discount on them, but it'll be final sale. And Victoria was like, at this point, I was like, okay, I don't care. Like, I want curtains. Victoria was like, they shouldn't be final sale because what if the same thing happens again and we need to bring them back? I was like, could you please argue this for me? And she was like, gladly. And I was like, thank God, because I don't have the energy. So she was talking to which clearly the manager or store manager, I'm not sure which it was, but she was clearly in management because when I was up returning them, she came up and helped the girl and then took over to be like, I'll sort this. So she was saying, oh, well, when we manually give a discount in store, it has to be final sale. And Victoria was like, and what if we take these home and they're wrong and have to bring them back? And then the woman started shouting at Victoria and then threw her hands up and walked away. What kind of what kind of customer service is that? I'm still shocked about that woman's behaviour. The fact that you're a manager and you're speaking to a customer like that, I immediately was like, I don't want to purchase a single thing from this shop. We measured the curtains I had picked out that were different anyway, and they were 81 inches. So I said, give me a refund. I am not buying from here. I refuse. I'm not doing it because it's not even the fact that they were too short because that's not their fault. The people in there don't cut them themselves. I am very aware of that. They come from a manufacturer and they were too short and they'll need to chase that out, but it's not them that's done it. However, the way that woman spoke to Victoria and to me, absolutely not. That is so unbelievably unacceptable. And in Canada, of all places, they their customer service is so over the top. Like the first time any of you come here, you'll be like, why? What's the need for this? The I cannot handle disrespect, and that was so blatant disrespect to Victoria. I I'm still so angry about it. So no one shop at Linen Chest in the Burlington Mall. Val was like, God love Val, but she was like, oh, is this actually normally a really good shop? And I was like, I don't care, Val. I'm not shopping here. I've had a really bad experience. I'm going to go and tell everyone, and I'm going to tell everyone not to shop here because they need consequences to their actions. That is completely unacceptable. And anyone I speak to here about my curtains, I'm telling them not to go there. And I will happily tell them because that type of treatment in a store that expensive and high end, it should not be allowed. It should not be tolerated. Anyway, I got some from Amazon instead, and they are fantastic. And they went up fine. They were the right size. Big up Amazon. I'm afraid big up the $1 billion company because they done well. I very much enjoy. My next Karen moment. My first one was justified. My second one is completely justified. Like my next Karen moment came with IKEA. So let me just from IKEA I ordered my mirror, my couch, my drawers, and an 18-piece set of plates and bowls and shit. I ordered this with my mum and dad when they were here to be delivered on the 2nd of October because I thought I was getting in on the 1st, but I got in on the 26th. Anyway, so that was all fine and well. They wouldn't let me change the delivery date to earlier. I was annoyed because I was like, I'm giving you at least 2 weeks in advance. But anyway, so I work 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. on the 2nd of September because they asked me to work that day and I said I can only work till 8. I got an email saying that my delivery was like on its way. So I left at 10 to 8, came home, sat here, didn't hear anything. So pottered about, done some cleaning, lay down, watch some TV or whatever. At about 4 o'clock, half four, I got an email saying there was a failed delivery. Keep in mind, I've been in the house since 8 a.m. waiting for this. Like, I couldn't go to the gym, couldn't go and do anything. Failed delivery. So I phone IKEA and I go, this is saying it's a failed delivery. No one's phoned me. No one's, like, the van hasn't been here. Like, I've got that big window. Like, I've been checking. There's no one there. She says, let me just get in contact with the transport company and see what happened. And I was like, okay, thanks so much. Let's stop right there. Let's backtrack a wee bit. The day before my delivery was due, I phoned IKEA and said I had changed my number because I had to change my phone number so that I could buzz people into my building because it was a Toronto number and I need a local number. And I phoned them and I done the change to my new number. And when I phoned customer service, I had to confirm my phone number and it was my new one. Just remember that for the story. So she comes back on the phone and she's like, "Oh, I've just been in touch with them and they said that they phoned you and you asked them to wait 25 minutes and they couldn't, so they left." Come again? What do you mean? That's not what I said. I said, "Well, that's a lie. They didn't phone me." And she said, "They phoned you on the number ending 1220." And I was like, "Well, that's my old phone number. I did change it with yourselves. And I know that an email was sent to the transport company to say that my number had changed, the one that you confirmed with me when I started the call. And my number changed 2 days ago. So it wouldn't have been quick enough to give someone a new number for them to speak to them and ask them to wait 25 minutes. So they're lying about multiple things." Then she goes, "Oh, well, that's what they're saying," basically, with some back and forth. And I said, "Well, I've been here all day. I've taken the day off work because I left early. I've taken the day off of work and they've not delivered, and it's not been my fault. Like, I've been here. Can you ask them to like come back? Because I'm assuming the stuff's still on the truck because it hadn't been an hour since I got that email. I was like, I'm assuming stuff's still on the truck. The delivery window was till 9 p.m., 8 a.m. till 9 p.m. It's 5:30. Can you not just get them to come back?" "No, because it was a failed delivery. They can't deliver it today." "Why? Why not?" So then she was like, "The next delivery date is Sunday." And I said, "Well, I'm working on Sunday. You can't really expect me to take another day off of work. That's ridiculous." And I kept saying to the woman, because I was getting frustrated again, I kept saying to her, like, "I know this is not your fault. I know that you haven't done anything here, but I'm really angry at this situation because I'm not working, I'm losing money, and nothing's come of it. I want a couch." So she ended up refunding my delivery fee. She said, "We'll need to cancel your TaskRabbit, the person that comes and sets everything up. And if you can't do the delivery on Sunday, you're looking at the end of next week." And I was like, "No." So Bree so graciously decided to come over and sit because I was working 5:30 till 10. She came and sat in my apartment from 8 till 10 on the Sunday, which was great. So then I come home from work on the Sunday and I was like, assuming they've not been, and she was like, "No." So I went, see my intuition. Why do my shoulders look so big? See my intuition. Sometimes it just, she scares me, okay? So I went, let me just phone them and make sure it's actually coming today. I get on the phone and they go, "There's actually been a $20 block on the order, so it's not getting delivered today." Where was the communication? Why have I not been told this? What is the $20 block? Because it wasn't there on Thursday, and if it's for a failed delivery, I've been here the whole time. Oh my god, I was so unbelievably angry. I was fuming. Brie must have been scared sitting across from me because it's actually. So I says to him, I was like, "Okay, does Burlington IKEA have all of the stuff? Because at this point, I'm just going to go and pick it up myself." And he said, "Well, they don't have the colour of couch that you want. The closest one is in Vaughan." Now, for those of you that are not here, Burlington to Vaughan is like over an hour. I'm like, I'm not driving to Vaughan to pick up a couch. No. So they were like, they do have the couch, just in a different colour. And they've got all the other stuff. So what I can do is I can refund the credit card it was on and then you can go and buy it now. And I said, "No, I can't go and buy it now on that credit card because it's my mum's credit card and she's back in Scotland." So I had to go back and forth with them a few times to get a gift card. And he went, so you're going to need to go to customer service and pick up the gift card and whatever, blah, blah. So we have to rent a U-Haul, a big van. Bree drives it because the stuff's not going to fit in Megan and Bree's cars. So that's ideal. We get the U-Haul, we get to IKEA. I got to customer service. They nearly don't give me the bloody gift card because I don't have Ontario ID. Do I sound like I have Ontario ID? No. See, if I had Ontario ID, I'd have handed you. I handed her my license. I said, see, if someone had told me, I'd have brought my passport. So, and I was nice, but in my head, I was like, I'm actually going to kill someone right now. Like someone is about to die. But they accepted it because I think they seen that I was getting just slightly ticked off. So they gave me the gift card. We went and bought the stuff, and that was, yeah, I still have some money left on the gift card, so I think I'll go and buy my lamps from there. Do not get a delivery from there ever again. And I've heard that multiple other people in the past few weeks have had these kind of issues. So IKEA needs to get a grip, needs to get an absolute big fat grip on themselves. You're a $1 billion company. There's no excuse. There's actually zero excuses for this nonsense. So then we have to load all the stuff into the U-Haul and we have to bring it all here, get it all up the stairs, and then took the U-Haul back. Then we had to build everything. Oh my god, see if Megan and Brie had not been here, none of this would be built right now. I have never been so unbelievably overwhelmed in my entire life as the week and a half of moving in to this apartment. Everything went wrong. Everything. Touch wood. Nothing's gonna go wrong now. Um. So yeah, spent the rest of the day building it and all this, and now it's here and it's beautiful and the couch is really comfy. But I'm just like, see IKEA, Linen Chest. Who else? TD with their stupid card limits. You're all on my hit list, my betrayal list. Kanye West betrayal list. Use it on mine, and I will say to anyone that will listen about how you've annoyed me and you've done me in and you've made my life a hell moving in here. Everyone thinks I'm so nice, but I'm nice until I get annoyed. And then see once I'm annoyed, nah, I'm not having it actually. It's the fact that IKEA just didn't give me a heads up about this $20 block, which is clearly irrelevant because they didn't make me pay it. And the no communication about them not coming or anything. I was like, guys, how do you expect me to know this? Like, I've taken 2 days off work for this, and yeah. Let me just. I need to breathe. I think I want a rug for my room and for my living room. Let me just. So that you can see my beautiful face. Oh, thank you for noticing. This is actually from Indigo as well, and it was on sale. So I'll just use this as a wee pillow for now. So, what was I saying? Yeah, I think I want a rug for in here and one for my bedroom because do you know every time I move on my bed it makes noise. And I'm very much a tosser turner in the evening when I'm trying to settle and I'm like, oh, people must hate me because it's 10 o'clock at night and I'm just like, so that's ideal. What else? Um The building manager, Jackie, she's 10 out of 10, fantastic. Love her so much. She's been so good. I am very happy that I'm now settling. I actually feel like I'm living here, which is good. I'm very excited now that the whole stress is done. I'm so happy. And it's all mine. So if I don't want to speak to anyone, I don't have to. Unless I'm in work. But yeah, I'm enjoying myself. What other news I have? I've barely read. Who's surprised? Like, I've been too stressed. Oh, I also started a job at Good Life, like the gym, as like a front desk person. So now I'm working just absolutely every single day. My last day off was the 29th of September, and today is the 15th of October. Today's my first day off since the 29th of September. And I needed it. I was very much running on empty. What else? I don't feel like there's any other updates. Oh, my Taylor Swift video. I'll film that. I don't know when I'll film that because I've started the notes on it and I currently have 3 pages of notes and I've only done up to track 3. So, yeah, but it's coming. I'll just mention here right now that I love the album and everyone that says they hate it really needs to. Actually, let me just. No, that's the wrong page. I was on the right page to begin with. Let's start with the negativity. Let me just give you a wee insight into my notes for my next one. When Torture Poets Department came out, everyone said it's too lyrical. Where's the bops? It's too long, too depressing. Cut to now. People online hate it because it's not got a lyrical focus. Whereas the girl who wrote Folklore, only 12 tracks, and it's only happy stuff. Honestly, give me peace, get out of my face. She gave us what she said she was going to, which was a pop album. I don't know why everyone's surprised. Okay, I'll talk about that later though in my track by track opinions. So I hope everyone enjoyed my quick run through my apartment and then me just sitting complaining for 20 minutes. I'm so happy to be in my apartment. Now when everyone comes and visits me, you can sleep on my comfy couch. Yeah. So I hope you all have a fantastic morning, noon, or night. I don't know when you're watching this. When I'm filming this, I don't have my watch on. I'm gonna guess it's like 6 p.m. So it's nighttime for me, and I'm gonna edit this hopefully soon, and then I can post it today. But I also was gonna make a lasagna today because I defrosted mince. Oh my god, they don't have dolmayo here. I had to like ask a woman in the shop yesterday, like, what kind of cheese sauce would you use for lasagna? And she was like, oh my god, my husband's Irish. And I was like, I'm not Irish. Everyone here thinks I'm Irish. Why? I don't sound Irish. But then people that are from Glasgow immediately know that I'm from Glasgow. So old people that are from Glasgow. And I'm like, where's all the young ones? It's just me and Megan. Me and Megan are the only ones under 50 from Scotland in this country. Anyway, I'm rambling, so I'll see you all in the next one. Have a good life or something. I don't know. Morning, noon, or night. Okay. See ya. Bye bye. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody gets that way. Sometimes I'm in a jam. I gotta make a plan. I'm going as her for Halloween.